Yeah, we're spending time together. This is why I like DRS. It is very much a community event. And it's where you get to meet a bunch of different people and discuss random crap every week. Okay, we are just waiting on Luna. She might have had to go do something. I will just try and hard queue, and maybe she'll click ready anyway. I did not check to see, did we have a Flare Star user? One person did say they were going to be Flare Star, and that was Slexia.
We'll never be able to tell if it was Slexia or not.
No, it's probably Luna. Luna is probably doing something. She said she might get interrupted. She also wasn't ready with the ready check. During this time, we can sort it out. Can I have 2 melees please volunteer to rend, please? And is anyone willing to try and duel tonight? We do not have a duelist.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's fine. I see, Hey, we're going to enter. I don't see anyone asking, I don't see anyone saying to rend. That's fine. We can probably complete most of the fights without rend. Just increases our chances of clearing TA and Queen.
Flex. Hi.
This time.
Yeah, can you do me a favor and hit the commence button?
Rend is it should. What does Rend replace?
Rend would replace whatever you're not using. Rend would replace the action other than Banner. Because Banner is incredibly overpowered for melee DPS. So you use Banner and Rend, and those are your 2 actions as a... So, the reason why you don't overwrite Banner is because your Pure Essence, the Duelist, increases your Banner duration to 30 seconds and decreases its tick to 1 point of damage every 3 seconds. So it's 55% damage for 30 seconds on a 90-second cooldown if you have the Pure Essence. So that's why you replace your other action, because that means your Banner is incredibly overpowered. Did we have someone saying they are going to duel? If not, that is fine. Oh my god, you guys are amazing. You have, waymarks for everything. I'm a lazy host, and I don't use plugins, so I don't have the waymarks for all the stuff.
I don't think we have a duelist. That's great.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, me too.
Do you want
What
to?
are you on?
No, I'm a machinist.
Machinist duel is easy.
No, I don't know how to play the class.
Oh, Mahia saying they'll duel? Okay.
On
Go
warrior?
for it.
I mean,
Bring in
I
a
mean-
regular for after you clear.
Go for it, Mahia.
Make sure you have an irregular for after you clear.
this will be fun.
Okay. When you are done, remember to pop your Pure Essence, Re-Razor, and slot your 2 actions, and then get the rest of the items for the rest of the raid. This is our one and only chance to use the cash. We will not be returning. Once we leave, there is no coming back. So double check your Lost Finds holster. Once you have everything and you are ready, step onto the waymark that is indicated with your party. Party leaders. Once everyone in your party has stepped away from the cache, double check to make sure they all have Pure Essences and Re-Razors. Pure Essences are Divine, Indomitable, Duelist, Fiend Hunter, and Elder. I know what they are, off the top of my head. And then if everyone has it, get a ready check.
Hey, did you see that question from Hippo?
I don't know how many extra rens. Does anyone know how many extra rens you need? How many extra rens you need to carry throughout the fight? It's probably 2.
2 if you want to be safe.
Hey,
I think it's roughly on the same timing as Dervish, and you need 2 of each.
I don't have this spell. Nor do I have the
Oh,
fragments
not
for
delaying that.
it. Does someone,
Do you have a mimic?
does someone have this spell up right now so I can mimic?
I do. I have it. I have it on right now.
He's awesome.
I have it on right now. Mimic me.
I can't believe I'm gonna do this.
This is so cursed. Mahia,
gonna be
I
so
wish you
great.
the absolute best of luck.
This is gonna be so good.
Right here, right here, ready.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh my
no.
god.
It's cursed.
This is gonna be so great. Oh my god.
It's fine, Mahia. I absolutely have 100% faith in you.
This is gonna be so great. Alright. My bad. You're gonna have to give me a bid because I wasn't expecting this.
No, it's
Warriors cleared before, right? Had both.
yes.
Every class can clear.
Even
Just have
Astro.
easily. Yes, I've seen an Astro duelist. It's cursed, but it's fun.
I mean, what's the difference between Astro Duelist and White Mage Duelist?
They deal about half the damage. Their GCD is only 210 versus 290, and they don't have a Blood Lily. Okay, enough said. Maya, do you have your Essence of the Irregular for whenever you complete the duel?
Oh boy.
This is gonna be a fun night.
Oh, it's absolutely. This is gonna be a classic night.
Let it be known that he used a mimic to get the spell for me, so he basically spent like 50k to mimic the spell. Oh no.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. Okay. So, ready checks, please. Make sure everyone in your party has pure essences and re-raisers. A is ready. D is ready. Echo, Charlie, Bravo. We are just waiting on Foxtrot to be ready.
Foxtrot said ready.
Oh. Okay then, we are headed down. A, B, C, go down to the platform on your left. D, E, F, go down to the platform on your right. Golems, you will be led by Winter Astoria. You can drop down one voice channel, and he will down to Golems 1, and he will lead you. I'm just waiting for the platform to be up top clear before I jump down. Okay, welcome to Slime Side. Slimes is a very fun experience, and I hope you enjoy it. Can I get one tank, one healer, and one DPS, preferably all from the same party on A, B, C, and D, please? That is one tank, one healer, one DPS, preferably all from the same party on each of the current waymarks. Can I have everyone else please split themselves evenly between 1 and 2? These waymarks are a faux simulation for the room up ahead. A is going to be taking the northwest room. B is going to be taking the northeast room. C is going to be taking the southeast room. And D is going to be taking the southwest room. Can I have all tanks, or can I have tanks on A, B, C, and D jump, please? I want to see if we have them. Okay, can I have healers on A, B, C, and D jump, please? Okay, can I have DPS on A, B, C, D jump, please? Is there a DPS on D? That is Tyne. Okay. For 1 and 2, you guys are clearing the north and south. Oh, Tyne, you want to try and explain? Do you have a microphone?
Yeah, I've got a mic.
Go for it.
Sure. So I'm just going to take an attempt here to explain the fight. He's already explained the rooms: north, east, northwest, southeast, southwest. What's going to happen is AOA is going to be the first person through the door. Do not run ahead of him when we open this. And he's going to run and explode the trap from the middle of the hallway. If you are a part of the north side, so that's A, 1, or B, once you cross the middle of the hallway, do not go back. Okay? What you're going to do when the fight opens is the tanks are going to run into their rooms, they're going to pop their involve, and they're going to run across the middle of the room and touch the wall. They're going to hopefully explode the trap that is in the room. Healers, your job is to make sure your tank does not die. The objective for each of these rooms is to get slimes to get to 4 stacks and then hold another slime, and I'll explain that in a minute. And eventually we're going to blow up each of the pads in these rooms. Tanks, once you run across your room and explode the trap in your room, you're going to come back to your green pad. Your healer is going to grab a green slime for you, and it's going to bring it to you. If you are a ranged DPS assigned to these rooms, your job and your only job is to take any red slimes that spawn in your room. You're going to take them out of your room and take them to your respective pad, either north or south. So if you're the ranged DPS for A or B, you're going to pull them out and go to 1, the north pad. For D or C, you're going to pull them out and go to number 2. That said, if you are one of the DPS on 1 or 2, you do not just get to sit there and kill mobs as they spawn. You need to keep your head on a swivel looking into those rooms, because at times there will be so many red slimes that it can be a little bit hard for the ranged DPS to keep up. So if you see a wayward red slime in one of the rooms, please grab it and pull it to your group. It is important and imperative that these slimes die as soon as possible. In addition to the slimes, there's going to be little soldiers that spawn on 1 and 2. They also need to die as soon as possible. I can't remember the spell they cast, but if they start casting a spell, please interrupt them as soon as possible. For the tanks and healers,
sign of them casting a spell is that there's just going to be an orange puddle underneath your feet.
There you go.
Stun it.
Right. Tanks, your job is to hold your green slime, and you're going to hold it on top of the green pad. Once you have one, your healer is going to grab you a second one. They're going to grab it and bring it to you, and you're going to let those slimes merge. When the slimes merge, they start hitting harder, and they take less damage, I believe.
They don't take less damage, they just have higher HP.
Higher HP, fair enough. We're going to do that until your slimes are rank 4, and you're going to see that with the buff that's on each slime. When you have 4, your healer is going to grab a 5th one. If you're a healer, you're going to grab a 5th slime, and you're going to hold it. Your tank is not going to pull it off you. You're going to walk it around the room. You're not going to get it close to the middle. You're just going to stand there and let it hit the crap out of you until every tank in every room has 4 slimes and their healer is holding one. When that happens, we're going to call in chat for you to confirm. AOA will ask you to say, hey, I need each tank to confirm their room. We're going to do it a second time to make sure we are doubly sure. And then once that happens, we're going to let the slimes merge a 5th time. They will start casting Rupture. Rupture is bad, and that's what we want them to do. Once Rupture's happened, we are all going to run out into the hallways and head north towards 1, out and around the hallway to the northeast side of the area. Preferably what will happen is all of them will rupture around the same amount of time, within 10 seconds of each other. It will blow up those pads, and we will complete the encounter. This fight is really not that hard as long as you are doing exactly what you're told to do. A couple notes: if you're a healer, you will not cast any AoE heals. If you're a dancer, you will do no AoE DPS, because you will hit mobs and things will go crazy. Okay, so if you're at 1 or 2, your job is to make sure you're killing things as fast as possible. If you're a tank, your job is to sit there and not die. If you're a healer, your job is to grab green slimes and take them to your tank, and also make sure your tank does not die. If you are a ranged DPS on A, B, C, or D, your job is to grab the red slimes in your rooms and pull them out as quickly as possible, because if not, they could end up merging, and that would ruin the fight. It is possible, and it is likely that, not likely, it is possible that we can wipe the entire raid here. If that happens, don't feel bad. Last week we had, 3 times, I think, before we cleared it? Yep. And that's just the fact of life. So, if I've missed anything, AOA, thank you for letting me explain, and that was my first go at it.
TC, when the tanks hold the slimes, we don't attack them beyond pulling them onto the green pad. Yes, you don't want to kill them. If you're a warrior, you can use things like, you can use your regular rotation, because your regular rotation has an inbuilt heal on it. But, you want to try and... They're probably not going to die, but you definitely don't want to kill them. Someone else makes a good point. Do not use lost actions. Yep. We do not need to use lost actions here. The one thing that Tyan missed, which other than that was a perfectly fine explanation, is once your slime in your room tanks, once you have a slime with a +4 buff and your healer has 1 more, you are going to call out in yell chat or shout chat your room and 4+1. That is something like northeast 4+1. That means you have a buffed 4 slime that has 4 stacks, and you have 1 slime in waiting. This means that once everyone has this, we are ready to merge, and we can create said 5-stack slime, which will cast Rupture. So, we need, once you have your room in that configuration, shout your room and a 4+1. That way we can know for a fact that you are ready for a merge.
And the other thing I'll say, just to top of, if anyone has questions, now's the time to ask. Please don't feel afraid to ask questions. Feel free to speak up in chat. This is really easy. It just gets a little bit hectic. So now's the time to ask.
Ironberg, no, you do not use AoE heals in this area. We want very specific aggro. People should be using single target damage attacks as much as possible. We do not want to be using AoEs because that will cause... we don't want to have unintended aggro going places. So when the healers are dragging slimes to their tanks, If you're AoEing at north and south, you have a potential, if you are a bit too far towards the center, for you to clip their green slime and they won't be able to get it back to grab it to their tank. So use single target DPS as much as possible, and do not use AoE DPS. If you are using AoE DPS, be very, very careful about it. As I said before, we want very specific aggro because we don't want people and slime, or we don't want slimes running around. Okay, I will do one last from the top of the round. I will open the door. Tanks, you will have your tank stance on, and you will run into your rooms. Before you enter your room, you will pop invuln and run straight across, touching the wall, and then healers will make sure you don't die. After that, you will stand on the green pad waiting. Healers will go out and ferry you green slimes. You will pick it up with your ranged enmity and merge them one at a time. You will continue merging them, and every time they merge, they will have a increasing health buff. This is a blue and green health buff. You will stop merging once you see your slime is at +4. Your healer will grab one more, and you will call your room as a 4+1. Once everyone has a 4+1, I will ask for confirmation, and if everyone has it, I will call for a merge. You will pick up your final slime, and they will merge into +5s. At that point, you will make sure your green slime is on the green pad. It is mandatory that they die on the green pad. And once you see rupture and your slime is on the green pad, we will all evacuate to the northeast. DPS, your job in the room is to get the red slimes out. I will try and call them as I see it, but I can miss it sometimes because red slimes are random. People in the hallway, your job is also to deal with red slimes. If you see a red slime in a room, you are also there to get it. If anyone has any questions, please ask. Otherwise, step in front of the door, and this will be our active ready check that everyone is ready. If you are not ready, please say something. Please ask your question. Tanks, make sure you have your tank stance on. All in all, you did...
One question for the healer slime. For the 5th slime, can we just stand still and hold it, or does it hit too hard? Do we have to kite it?
No, you just stand still and eat it. You want to be inside the room so that people outside have a less likelihood to pull it. But you don't want to be so far into your room that that the slime that your tank is holding merges with it. So you kind of just want to stand just inside the doorway, like right about here. So like this right here is the wall. You can stand inside the doorway a bit to the south, and your green slime is going to tap you. It doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. It is easy enough to cast a regen on yourself and heal it off. Square Enix thankfully removed the enmity off of regens, so you can safely regen without pulling shitloads of aggro now. But it does not hit very hard, so you're just going to stand inside your room, just outside of reach from people outside, and you're just going to sit there and eat it and make sure people don't die. Does that answer your question?
Yep, thank you.
Question for the tank side. Are we allowed to self-heal ourselves, or is that not allowed?
Don't use heals like Equilibrium, because that generates aggro. But you can use things like Raw Intuition, and I don't know if Aurora. I don't think Aurora. But if you're running your it should be fine to use self-heals. But just be cautious when, don't use a self-heal when a red slime is in your room, is the general rule of thumb, because you might pick up the aggro on the red slime, and we don't want that happening.
Sounds good, thank you.
Yes, as Janek says, red slimes will tether to the first person that hits them. That is why we want the DPS to get them. That way they will target the DPS, and the DPS have a much easier time of dragging them out. If a tank hits a red slime, that is very, very, very bad. So tanks do not, under any circumstances, interact with a red slime because it will aggro onto you. If there are any other questions, then I will tell the other side that Slimes is ready. I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. This is for Golem's side. Golems takes less time than Slimes, so we give ourselves a 30-second head start so they don't have to do as much. Once I start the timer, I'm going to open the door. Remember to stay behind me until I pop the center trap. Center trap is popped. Red slimes are out. If you see slimes merging, use head graze or interject to stop it.
Yarlis, bring the red slime
And
into
you
the
need to
center.
come out and get a green slime for your tank. They won't come to you.
Yes, use a dot, or do not use a dot, use your single target attack to bring the green slime to your tank. That's your glare or whatever. I don't play healers. I don't remember what it is. It's like glare, broil.
Get this sanguine dot south.
Red slimes are out. Please do not run through the center. Green slimes will only merge if they have aggro. Northeast 4+1, southwest 4+1, southeast 4+1.
I have a red slime behind me in northwest. If somebody can get that for me.
We had a big red slime merge. If we can kill this quickly, we might be able to salvage it. Otherwise, this might be a white. Nope, this is probably a slime's white. We are going to die and re-instance. We have a +4 red slime that is too big to kill. It is running around and one-shotting people.
Did we just suicide?
Yes, we are suiciding. Merge can be interrupted with head graze. This is also why we keep an eye out in the rooms for red slimes, and why we have a dedicated person in the rooms to deal with the red slimes. We are going to re-enter. It's perfectly fine. Just remember to keep an eye out for red slimes in the room. Other than that, everything looked like it went pretty well. This is honestly the encounter that kills the second most, that ends the second most amount of raids. It is just complicated and moving parts everywhere, and it is easy for it to go wrong. Especially when we have new people, and I know we have a lot of them, it just takes a few tries to get there. People see what's going on, and we will learn and move forward. We are waiting for Golem side to fight, and once they exit, we will go and enter again.
I missed it in my explanation, but just to nail it home, if you are a healer, you will need to go grab yours to start with, and that's on me for not mentioning that.
When you say we enter again, do we do it manually ourselves, or are you going to queue us up?
I'm going to queue us up once Golems has died and exited. So right now they're in the process of wiping. Probably, hopefully, they should be. And once that happens, I will get a ready check and we will enter again. Rolf, are you ready? Okay, we are entering again.
Hey, can anybody stream for me real quick, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, we got it.
I mean, if you want to stream too, Winter, he has his choice.
I feel bad for whoever has to look at my HUD.
My HUD is just as bad, honestly. Like, my HUD is awful. I feel like it's sacrilege, but I've given up using Blood Rage as the host because I just can never execute it. I can execute it, I just can't execute it enough times to make it worth it. Like, I always have, like, 5 charges left by the time I have to replace it at TA. Which means I've only used it, like, 2 times each fight, and that's awful.
Flex, if you unironically need a repair, I will do it for free. Just request repair me. I got you.
Oh my god, Mahia, you don't actually have 10 heal? You don't have max Valors? Oh no. My time is precious. See, mine is too, and that's why I leveled in Zadnor. I leveled all of my classes in Zadnor, and I got like almost all of the stuff.
LFG Z3.
Yeah, LFG Z3. And make sure you bring Reflect so you can like chunk down the red chocobo encounter in like literally 5 seconds. It tries to do its big AoE. You stand in it, you reflect point blank on the proximity, and it literally takes away half of its health. And I'm just like, ha ha ha, nerd.
Nobody saw that. I accidentally jumped. He is ready.
Okay.
I was running around ADHDing and stepped on the pad. Oops, don't do that.
Yeah, you can reflect the red chocobo, and it dies instantly. A is ready, Echo is ready, Delta is ready. No, the puddles in Red Chocobo also don't kill you. B and C, we are just waiting on Foxtrot. The only thing that can hit you in the Chocobo is the melee attacks and the rectangular AoE that Daguza puts out. Okay, every party is ready. We are headed on down. No, the red chocobo puddles absolutely do not hit you. You can reflect them. They are just miniature meteors.
If you are in Golem's side, please hop down to Golem's place.
Okay. Can I have everybody back to their positions, please? Just to make sure, can I have the tanks jump? Can I have the healers jump? Can I have the DPS jump? Okay. Everything went relatively fine, except that we had a rogue red slime in Northwest. As long as we remember to keep on top of red slimes, we should have a clear. Everything was looking fine and there was nothing egregiously wrong. So just keep an eye in your rooms. DPS as a tip, if you're in a room, if you're assigned to a room, after your red slime is dead, you can stand in the room to give you a better vantage point of the room. Remember that it is everyone's job to keep an eye out for red slimes. Hopefully one person sees what another person might miss. Tank stances on, please. Were there any questions? If not, I'm going to tell the other side that we are ready. Okay then. Once again, tanks, remember to pop invuln and touch the wall. Center trap is popped. Remember not to hide in the center of the room. Once you cross the median, do not cross back. If you see a merge happening, you can interrupt it with head graze or interject. Bring the red slimes closer to the pad. The red slime should be roughly on the pad. We don't want them interacting with the slimes that the healers are bringing to the tanks to pick up. So make sure the red slimes are close to the pad. Red slimes are out. Southwest and southeast, red slimes are out. Northeast. Northwest, call it again, I want to make sure. Northeast, southwest, northwest. Is southeast ready?
They are, I can see it.
Okay, merge, merge, merge. Everyone merge. Make sure your slime is on the pad. We're all running north. We're all evacuating. Everyone to the northeast. Healers, if you see anyone left behind, rescue them.
Merged red slime down the corridor.
Careful. Okay, this is a slime's wipe. We have not completed it in time. Everyone die, and we will try it one more time. We are suiciding and entering again. Don't feel bad. There are new people here, and this is a mandatory process to get to the rest of the raid. Think of this as your coordination check. Okay, we are exiting and entering again. When the big slime is glowing on the pad, red slimes should never be near merging green slimes. So tanks, if you see a red slime in your room while your slime is merging and it is nearby, you can interrupt your green slime and it will merge. As it's casting Rupture, red slimes don't particularly matter. After Rupture is called, it shouldn't matter. We should kill the red slimes that we have attached to us before leaving, and then we should exit.
Hello.
Yes, once, so when your room is done and your slime is casting Merge, or when your slime is casting Rupture, you can exit your room and kill the red slimes. The red slimes should die quickly enough that, as long as they don't merge, we shouldn't have any huge issues. Yes. The red slimes should be tethered, and as long as they're tethered, we can run away with them. They shouldn't merge. We almost had it. I think Northeast had a slow merge because of one of the slimes was trying to merge, and Southeast was a little bit slow. It's fine. Okay, someone needs to buy essences. That is fine. Take this chance and double check your essences.
What world are you on?
People here are also potentially willing to hand out essences to help you get ready.
Yes, maybe aggro.
Celestia.
Didn't we talk about cat aggro last week? Like, didn't someone
Yes.
cat like jump up on the power switch or something?
Yeah. I think that was someone was explaining that during like P4S, someone jumped
Oh yeah,
up.
cop aggro.
Oh yeah. That's why I never will give out my home address, because I don't want to be swatted during DRS. Could you imagine? Morai, if you come to Ferry, I can give you some fragments of the finesse. At Gengos.
Oh yes, the cat aggro. Sorry, that happened to Cherry.
Pet aggro is one of the most fiercest of aggros. It's like a triple provoke. Like, you're just suddenly gonna have, like, your off tank is just suddenly gonna have, like, half of the total aggro. That's one thing that I kind of want them to do next expansion, is give tanks a second charge of Shirk and force tanks to start doing aggro shenanigans again.
I think my least favorite aggro is probably fuse blown aggro. Like if someone in your house like turns on something they shouldn't have, like the vacuum cleaner while like the dishwasher's on or something.
Oh my
Power
god.
straight up goes out.
I had that problem where I had a problem for a while where I had if I had an air conditioner and my computer running at the same time, my mom would just fucking come into my room because she's literally insane. Like, if there's even one speck of dust anywhere, she thinks it's like the world is ending and she needs to clean up. Like, she is like, I will have one plate in my room because I ate an hour ago, and my mom's like, I want to run the dishwasher, and she'll come up and just start screaming. She's a nightmare. But like, she'll just come into my room randomly, plug in the vacuum cleaner, turn it on, and my fucking breaker trips. And it's the worst thing in the world.
I think somebody was dealing with infant aggro. I don't know if they're back yet.
I do not see you, Mirari. Trade the jumping owie on Ferry.
Yeah, fun fact for the Crystal Peeps. When Data Center Travel dropped, one of our DRS people went over to Crystal and bought all of your excellence cards because they were cheapest dirt.
You know, you actually can blame somebody in this call for that.
Well, I mean, it was Swooty. I don't know if Swooty's in here.
No, you can blame them for being so cheap. I used to run DAL, CLL, and DRN every day with CEM. Every day.
Oh no, I can't. Okay.
48 people.
No, I can't do it.
I crashed the markets hard on Crystal. And guess what? As soon as I get my own place, guess what I'm doing every day?
You're gonna make it so that I can run Blood Rage every day? Nice.
Yep. Multiple times a day, if you want.
Yes. They
Nice.
are
What do you
per DC. Is that a baby I hear? Or is that a dog?
That's the dogs. All of them just started barking all at once. Right outside my window.
So that's good. If you are Alt-Tab, please Alt. Oh, no. Come on. Alt-Tab.
They beat you to it.
I might have to go get more gamblers at this rate.
How much are they right now?
Should be about 60 or 70k, give or take.
I really need to learn how to play the market so I can just fund some really stupid projects.
Make the music boxes for the CSQ of Goldsmith.
The Orchestrion rolls?
No,
Or the Orchestrion?
music boxes.
Oh, for the class quest.
Yep,
Oh.
for the CSQ.
Wouldn't that be the MCQ? Main class quest?
No, class story quest, because it's not involved with the MSQ.
I guess, yeah.
I'm using the in-game terminology that they teach you when you start the game.
Is it really called a CSQ? Class story quest?
Story quest.
Oh god.
Complete your class story quests to unlock actions.
See, I haven't done that for Alchemist yet. That's why my Alchemist is sitting at level 60, because I just turned in crap every day at the Grand Company.
I'm actually excited for 6.3 because I
Oh.
haven't leveled any of my crafters.
For those
do that for them.
talking about crit rate, enjoy my crit rate of 100%.
A is ready, D is ready, B is ready. F ready.
Also, just letting you know, my reassembled drill
Echo
is
ready.
hitting for 300k.
I think we are waiting on Charlie ready. But Golem side can go down if they wish. How is Charlie looking?
You may hop down to Golden's voice if you are Golden's.
Okay, Slime's down. It's fine, Mahia. Okay. Once more into the breach, tanks. Healers. DPS. Okay. I don't think there are any questions. We just need to clean up just a little bit more, and we are good. Don't worry, once we get past slimes, there is a very high likelihood we go through the next 3 bosses without trouble, and we just die at Trinity Avowed, because a lot of you guys are new, and that is what is expected. But
I have
if we
comment
pump hard
on, I
enough...
have one comment on this side. On south side, so marker 2, let's make sure we're keeping around the sphere. I think if we get too close to middle, we run the risk of pulling in greens.
Yes, you want to try and stay near your pad as possible and bring your red slimes to the pad on the south side and north side and bring them as close as possible. There's typically enough DPS that they will die before they get the chance to merge, and there are tanks around that should be able to interrupt or interject them. And ranged Fizz range can also use head graze. Head Grease is a very useful action, and you will need it on either Slime or Golem side, so you should make sure you have it somewhere on your hotbar. Also, judging by what's going to happen in 6.3 main story quest, Yoshi P is going to be forcing healers to probably use some fun actions, so get ready for that. I'm going to shout to the other side that Slimes is ready. I know. Repose meta in 6.3. Trap is popped.
Two green slimes merging in north.
Yeah, we just have to kill the big one. Red slimes are out. Red slimes are out. Red slimes are out. Southeast 4+1. Red slimes are out. Northwest 4+1. Northeast 4+1.
That's all four.
Hey, can I have them called again, please? Northwest. Northeast, southeast, southwest. Merge, merge, merge. Do not leave your pad until you see it casting Rupture. We're evacuating to the northeast. Hey, do not leave. Do not hop on the pad yet. Make sure everyone in your party is alive. A is clear. C is clear. Is everyone in B alive? Are there any deaths in B? And someone in B. Okay, we are hopping on the pad and going up.
Personal loot, friends.
These are personal loot. Only you can pick them up. Yeah, I don't know what people are talking about. We didn't re-instance 3 times. This is our first try.
Obligatory, I have to ask, does anybody have shell? have shell? Any healer at all? Cool. I will be the only one in the instance that needs it. I'll be on the left-hand side. Yes, it is needed. Without it, I'll die to the raid wide.
Okay. Did anyone sign up to be the main tank? No one signed up to be the main tank. So I will main tank for tonight unless someone wishes to volunteer. Okay. I am going to be the main tank then. If you are not me, please turn off your tank stance. Welcome to Ravana Savage. There's only one thing I'm going to tell you. Everything else will be called out on the fly. I will call the boss when the boss does fourfold mercy and cleaves the room 4 times. I will call the boss for boss relative safe spots. If I say something like front, front, back, back, you will stand in front of the boss for 2 hits and then stand behind the boss for 2 hits. If I say left, right, right, left, you will stand on the boss for you'll stand on the right of the boss for 1 hit, left for 2 hits, and then back on the right for the last hit. You can tell which way the boss is facing. The front has the targeting ring and is where his swords are pointed down. The back, he has a big red cape and is where the swords are pointed up. From this point forward on the instances, if you are not ready, stand behind the purple line. If you are ready, stand in front of the purple line. This is an enraged fight, so we are using our lost actions. This is why you've brought them. Please use them. You can use food and you can use potions if you want. If you die at any point during the rest of this raid, please pop a re-raiser as soon as you get back up and out of danger.
Mom, I'm scared.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, Mom.
There, little baby. Okay, everyone is across the purple lines, indicating that everyone is ready. I am putting 30 seconds on the board. First mechanic is going to be a raid wide. Say hello to our friend. This is going to be the only friendly clone of the night. Every other clone is going to try and kill us. There he is, and there he goes. Mercies. You're going to be right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. One, 2, cross over. 3, 4, look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Get inside the boss's hitbox, in the hitbox, in the hitbox. Get inside the boss's hitbox. Tanks up front, Sharebuster. I need to be alone. This is a solo buster. If you are with me, you'll kill me and yourself. We are going to get behind a barrier, get behind a barrier.
Get knocked back into a barrier. Knocked back into a
But
barrier.
into a barrier. Into a barrier. My bad. Into a barrier. Into a barrier. Holy shit. Can't believe I actually just did that. We have Ifrit dashes. We're starting at 2 and getting knocked into the barrier at 3. Starting on 2, getting knocked into the barrier at 3. Stop at 3. Stop at 3 in front of 3. Raid wide. Stack up on 3. Stack up on 3. Stack up on 3. We're baiting line AoEs. Stay stacked on 3. You know how this game works. You just need to step out of the orange. Stay stacked on 3 and step out of the orange. Sand and stone. We are standing on the yellow sand. Yellow sand. Yellow sand. 2 more times. This time the boss is going to do tonals from the center of the arena to tethered players. Rotate your tether around and away from the party. Do not stack them. They give vulnerability. Beyond stone. Blue stone. Blue stone. Rotate tethers away. Blue stone. Tethers away and not stacked. Yellow sand, tethers away. Out of the orange. Be inner cardinal or raid wide, raid wide. Inner cardinal of the boss, inner cardinal of the boss, the inter cardinal of the boss. We have Ifrit and Fourfold, I think. Starting at 3, starting at 3. You're gonna be left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. One, 2, crossover. 3, 4, look away from the orb, get away from the flower, look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Raid wide. If you die at any point in this fight and resurrect, please pop a re-raiser. Tank buster on me. We have sand and stone and fourfold. We're gonna be back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front. Standing on blue stone, blue stone. Boss's hitbox is stone. 1, 2, crossover. 3, 4, sand. Be on sand, be on sand. Once more, be on sand, be on sand. We are resolving crisscross. Then flower, then orange, then flower, crisscross, orange, flower, crisscross, orange, flower. Raid wide. Do not use LB3. It is reserved for the healers, and I will call when to use it. Do not use LB3. It is reserved for healers, and I will tell you when to use it. Raid wide, inside the hitbox, inside the hitbox, inside the hitbox. Are you going to resolve this mechanic? Then healer LB3. We are inside, outside, behind a barrier, inside, outside, behind a barrier. Crossover. Healer LB3. And kill the boss. Healer LB3 and kill the boss. Raid wide. This is your last chance. Healer LB3. I don't want to see this mechanic. Kill it, please. Kill it! Kill it! Do not go ahead. There are traps up ahead. Get your personal spoils and wait. If you died, pop a re-raiser.
I hate HP MP boost. I hate HP MP boost.
Oh no. We have a resurrection protocol here on Aether. You step on the body, then slot in Lost Arise. This tells someone else that someone else is currently resurrecting them. This way we don't have a bunch of people slotting in Lost Arise, wasting actions. Do not step on the glowing golden pad. You're going to the right. Do not step on the glowing golden pad. I wish you the best of luck, Mahia. Okay, while our duelist is preparing themselves, we are going to sit here and twiddle our thumbs, waiting for RP text. If we start this fight before the duelist gets the chance to start theirs, they will be locked out of the duel. So we wait till we see RP text indicating that the duelist has begun. This is not for you. This is a listening check. Ignore this countdown. This is for the duelist. This is your listening check.
Let's go ahead and bring up my thing. Entrapment 1. Did I get the same pattern? I got the same pattern. It's the one that goes over here. Yep. I'm not gonna force it. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, entrapment 2. Ice, mini northwest. Withering Curse is mini. I need the mini. Dispel soon. Focus Tremor 2. Stand on top of 2. Entrapment 3. None. Ice northeast. I need ice. Mini southwest. Flood frog. What's this? Kill it, please. Oh my god. Oh. I didn't want to do that mechanic. The mechanic looked hard. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm literally choking. Alright, anyways.
Resolved. So we are headed on to the next boss, which is Queensguard. Okay, is Winter going to be taking his own thing? That is fine. I need tanks on A, B, 1, and 2. Can I get reflects A through F, please? And healers, this is when you slot in Spell Sting and Steel Forge. Or Spell Forge and Steel Sting, or whatever they are. You're yellow and purple. Tanks on A and B. You are North Aurasphere tanks in the final phase of the fight. There will be Auraspheres spawning north and south. A and B are taking the North Auraspheres. 1 and 2 are taking the South Auraspheres. When the time comes, you will turn on your tank stance. Provoke the Aurasphere. Toss ranged enmity attack at it. Do whatever it needs to so that you are top of the aggro list. Make sure it has an A next to its enmity when it is dying to you. You will take the first one for A and 1. You will take the first ones, and when it dies, you will pop Invuln. Because 5 seconds after it dies, it will do a spite check against you, which will kill you if you do not have Invuln. A and 1 will go first, and once their Invuln is expired, B and 2 will go second for the second Aurasphere that appears. Do tanks understand their job?
Do you
Your
mind-
job?
Do you mind if I repeat that to make sure I understood?
Okay. At the final phase of the fight, there will be adds spawning north and south of the arena called Auraspheres. A and 1 will get their respective Auraspheres. A is north, 1 is south. You will take the first Auraspheres as A and 1. That's why you have markers of 1 above your head. You will take the first one, you will turn on your tank stance, you will provoke it, and make sure you're at the top of the aggro list. When it dies, you will pop Invuln. 5 seconds after it dies, it will spite check you, and if you do not have Invuln up, you will die. So pop Invuln as it dies, and you will be good. B and 2, you will take the second set of Auraspheres that appear. B is north, 2 is south. Does that answer your question?
It does.
Okay. Reflectors. I think I saw a few reflects going out. Can I see them again? If you check in Raid Chat 1, there will be a diagram of what to reflect and how to reflect. You will go as A through F to your circle. There will be a spirit sphere there, and you will cast Reflect next to it and reflect its attack. You will stand on the first one, which is indicated by the black circle in Raid Chat 1, and after you have reflected the first one, you will move to the blue circle according to your arrow, and then you will cast Reflect on the second one. If done successfully, the Aura Sphere the Spirit Sphere will die, and we don't have to worry about it. I see an A, B, D, and E reflect. Can I get C and F reflects, please? Okay, I have all reflects. Do the people reflecting understand what they are doing? For everyone, for our healers, there was a question on who to use what on. In Raid Chat 1, there is a command. There is an image going out that will tell you what to use on who. Yellow. Magical damage people to convert them to physical. Purple is magical damage conversion, so you'll cast it on your physical people. There is one final thing that I will explain. This fight has Mustadio mechanics. This is the show your hole mechanic. In the second half of the fight, the boss is going to do reading, and it will put 3 yellow triangles around you. You will point to the boss in the center, the area that is not yellowed. You will Pac-Man eat the ball that he is shooting at you, or you're going to show the boss your hole. After you take the one from the center, there will be turrets on the side. These turrets have arrows on them. They will fire from that direction and they overlap. You will point your hole towards an arrow. You will be in front of the arrow and not off to the side of the arrow. The turrets overlap and you can get clipped, so be squarely in front of an arrow and point to it. Yes, show your entire hole, spread it wide and spread it good. The rest of the fight will be called out on the fly. This is an enraged fight, so use your lost actions. If everyone is ready, please step across the purple line. And once everyone is across the purple line and I see yellow and purple going out, I will put 30 seconds on the board. Can I get all tanks up front? And turn their tank stances on. We are going to be fighting for aggro over the enemies. Because we have a duelist. And I hope the duelist does not have their tank stance on. Because that would kind of defeat the
also
point.
have white mages.
Okay. Tanks, turn your tank stance on. You will turn them off if you're not the main tank once the bosses disappear. I am putting 30 seconds on the board. Yellow and purple need to be going out, please. Pull them to the center. Pull them to the center. First mechanic is a raid wide. There will be 2 of them. First raid wide just went out. Second raid wide is queuing. The bosses are disappearing. If you're not a main tank, turn off your tank stance. Warrior to the wall, knight to the center. Warrior to the wall, knight to the center. Click off yellow, need purple. Click off yellow, need purple. If you have a yellow buff, click it off, you need purple. Please make sure our main tanks have the proper color. We have Shield Omen. We are going to get knocked back from the center towards the side with the tether, but not in line with the tether. Tethers to small, non-tethers to big. Tethers to small, non-tethers to big. Get knocked back towards a bomb. Tethers to small, non-tethers to big. If you land first, go to a place where an explosion just was. If you land first, go to a place where an explosion just was. Back on the boss. Dispel the warrior, dispel the warrior, dispel the warrior. If you died and re-raised, pop a re-raiser. Raid wide. Our second mechanic is going to be wind and lightning. Our second mechanic is going to be wind and lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. While we are resolving this mechanic, we are looking towards the center for the side with the French fry, without French fries. And we are going to go to the side without French fries, tethered to wind, non-tethered to lightning. We're going to be far from the side that does not have the French fry. We are headed far south. Far south. Back on the bosses.
Dispel, 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 dispel.
Tank Buster. Bosses need to die at roughly the same time. Please focus on the warrior. Focus on the warrior, please. The bosses need to die at the same time. Click off yellow. Need purple. Please refresh purple if you have it. Please refresh purple. Our next mechanic is going to be Sword Omen. We are going to be against the wall. Get a bomb against the wall. Tethers to big, non-tethers to small. Tethers to small, non-tethers to big. Tether to small, non-tether to big. Tethers to small, non-tether to big. Be against the wall. Stop DPS on the warrior, please. The knight in the center is going to have high damage. Go to a place where an explosion just was. Please worry on the knight on the center. The knight in the center is high. It needs to die. Kill the bosses. Kill the bosses. That is an enraged cast bar if we do not kill it fast enough. They need to die at the same time. Soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. Soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. You can overwrite your yellow and purple now. You do not need them any longer. Our first mechanic is going to be a Mustadio mechanic. We are going to have fireballs that turn into frogs. The small fireballs are where the safe spots are going to be. The safe spot frogs will jump second. The safe spot is southwest. The safe spot is southwest. Show your hole to the center. And now wall. Back on the bosses. Tank Buster. Raid wide. Our next mechanic is going to be turrets. Main tanks will pick up turrets, everyone else needs to kill them. Pick up turrets and kill them. Pick up turrets and kill them. Turrets need to die. Invuln the sniper shot. Healers, make sure your tank does not die. Our next mechanic is going to be jumping, or no, we're gonna have fire or ice next. Get ready, fire or ice. Stop attacking, stop moving, stop doing everything. Stop attacking, stop moving, stop doing everything. Back on the boss. Soldier is high, soldier is high. Up next, we're going to have jumping clones. Tethered clones will swing, all clones will jump second. This is also a Mustadio mechanic. North-south are safe, north-south are safe. Show your hole to the center. Wall. Back on the boss. Raid wide. Tank Buster. Soldier is high, soldier is high. Raid wide. Kill the soldier, this is enrage. Healer LB3, healer LB3, healer LB3. Aura Sphere tanks, get ready! Aura Spheres are out! Kill the Aura Spheres! Reflectors, reflect! Kill the bosses. Stop attacking. Back on. Don't get parried. Aura Sphere Tank 2, get ready! Aura Sphere Tank 2, get ready! Reflectors, reflect! Aura Sphere Tank 2, get ready! Reflectors, reflect! Kill the Aura Spheres, kill the Aura Spheres! Kill the bosses, this is Enrage! Kill the bosses, this is Enrage! There we go. Say thank you to our duelist for getting us a second chest, which has your hand gear. All hand gear is either gotten for successive duels or from clearing Queen. No, you do not need yellow or purple anymore. Make your way down to Bojin Phantom.
Well, here, you okay?
Because the game's trolling me, I have extra dice, so I'm gonna dice here.
Well, you might need to dice. You know how it goes sometimes.
Then I will save my dice. But also, I'm very saddened. Y'all need to... I'm very sad. I have gotten HP, MP, High Wire, and all sorts of other things. I have not gotten Healer LB3 yet.
Well, that just means you're saving them for when they really matter.
Would you be
Can I
willing
have
to-
waymarks?
Oh, yeah, I'll place them. I got you. Would you be willing to explain what I'm doing?
So we have a gambler in the party, and they are using dice, which has a 1/3 chance of using a local LB3, about the size of a bubble, and it picks up anybody inside of it, which is going to be very useful later on when a lot of people die in cluster spots.
Pure Essence of the Gambler makes dice always roll good. By the way, Doom is considered a positive buff.
Okay, if you are ready, step across the purple line and make your way very carefully against the wall to either A or D. Here on Aether, we like to gamble. We are gambling for uptime, so pick your favorite spot at either A or D. If you guess correctly, you get bragging rights. If you guess incorrectly, well, better luck next time. If you are not me, please turn off your tank stance again. This is the Bojin Phantom. You do not need to use lost actions unless you're going to be replacing them in the next area. Everyone is across the purple line, so I am going to begin a 30-second countdown. Oh, someone early pulled. Raid wide. Our safe spot is at A. Our safe spot is at A. Walk your donut at A. Walk your donut at A.
It's faster than normal.
Do not walk into the death wall at the end. One more pulse. We are headed to 2. We're headed to 2. We're going to stay at 2 while waiting for the next mechanic. We are going to move back to 1. We are moving back to 1. Look at the rebels at 3 and shame them. 1, 2, 3, we're headed to 2. 3 more pulses at 1, and we will head back to 1. 1, 2, 3, we're headed to 1. Boss is disappearing. Kill the red ads, heal the white ads. Kill the red ads, heal the white ads. White mages, if you use Benediction, it's a one-shot against the white ghosts. This is where you get to have infinite heal per second, because you're actually dealing damage here. Interrupt the boss! Interrupt the boss! Watch as the boss does nothing because we've interrupted its scripted and it doesn't know what the hell to do. It's literally doing nothing. Ha ha ha! It doesn't know what to do. Go to 3, go to 3. We are getting knocked back from 3 to C and walking our donut. Walk your donut. When the donut touches the wall, we are going to 2, then 1. Go to 2. Go to 1. Conal, get behind the boss. Get behind the boss, Conal. Kill the boss. I don't want to see ice spikes, please. Stop attacking. Stop attacking. Stop attacking. Someone deleted ice spikes back in the boss. Tank Buster. Raid wide.
You saw that, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Was that the healer LB?
Okay. That was a healer LB3 if I ever seen one.
There are traps up ahead. I don't know. There are traps up ahead. We need the traps up ahead, especially the ones down the stairs. There will be traps in the doorways. Do not move forward in the doorways until you see the traps load in. There are traps down the stairs that are mandatory for us to clear the instance. If you pop them both, we will exit after clearing TA, as we cannot move on. So be very careful. Do not move forward into the doorway until you see the trap there. walk around the traps. Welcome to Trinity Avowed, also known as the Hot Cold Bitch. This is one of the more annoying encounters of the fight. There is one main gimmick in the fight, and that is your temperature mechanic. Throughout the fight, the boss is going to give you temperature. I highly recommend, if you do not know where your debuff bar is, you enable it, you find it in your HUD layout, and you make sure you can see it. Throughout the fight, the boss will give you debuffs. You need to react to the debuffs in order to survive. This entire fight is almost entirely on you, and I cannot save you. I can help you, but I cannot save you because ultimately your temperature will be different than mine. And I cannot call out, feasibly, I cannot call out every temperature. So, the boss is going to give out temperatures. Your job is to equalize this temperature. You can see your temperature in the debuffs. If the boss gives you a hot 1, you need to get hit by a cold 1 to neutralize it. If you get a cold 2, you need to get hit by hot 2 to neutralize it. There are 3 main phases to the fight. Well, I should say, in the second half of the fight, the boss will give you a second temperature. This means you will have 2 temperatures. The easiest way to figure out what they are is by looking at your debuff bar. Both of your temperatures will be there. Your goal is to neutralize them as well. So if you get a hot 2 and hot 1 temperature, you need to get hit by cold 2 and cold 1 to neutralize it by the end of the mechanic. If you get hit by a hot 2 and cold 1, you only need to get hit by a cold 1 to neutralize your temperature. Your debuff bar will tell you both temperatures, and therefore it is pretty mandatory that you can see it, especially on the later fights. You will not survive the queen if you cannot see your debuff bar. So take your time now and make sure you can see your debuff bar. It is very important. There are 3 main phases to the fight. There is staff phase. The boss will summon meteors and you will get hit by them. Very simple. The first time we see it will be Forced March. The second time we see it will be Avoiding Unseen Eyes. The second phase is going to be bow phase. The bow is like the Asian lottery game. The arrows will come down the ladder, and they will take every step they can down the ladder. Follow the path down, taking every turn possible, and you will find your safe spot. The third phase is going to be swords. The boss will disappear and turn into 4 clones. This is a full downtime mechanic, and the boss will cleave every square except 1. I will call the safe square, and you will go cardinal of that safe square. 1 square cardinal of it. North, south, east, or west. So if I call a safe square at 1, you will be north, south, east, or west of 1. Exactly 1 square north, south, east, or west of 1 to resolve your temperature mechanic. If you are diagonal during swords, you will die. If you would like to see how swords functions, someone has made a very nice animation for it that you can see in Raid Chat 1. If you do not have shell, step behind the purple line. If you have shell 2 and you are ready, step across the purple line.
Just letting you know, the duelist, never wants shell, even as a memer. But it's up to Mahia. If they're uncomfy, they can request it.
Tanks, get ready to slot in Lost Aether Shield. During every raid wide of this fight, you will use Lost Aether Shield. I will call them out. I will say raid wide, Lost Aether Shield. Yes, slot in Lost Aether Shield now. It will be the second mechanic of the fight. So you want to have it ready. Only one tank needs to do Aether Shield at a time, but both tanks should have it slotted in case the other tank dies. And they need an emergency backup. The raid wides on this boss hurt, and they give bleed. So we want to try and give our party as much mitigation so our healers don't have to try and fight a constantly bleeding party. So we Aether Shield to prevent any unnecessary deaths.
Casters help heal.
Yes, if you are a Cure 4 caster, your heal is probably more powerful than the healer's heal, so every time the raid wide goes out, just pop Cure 4. I think it happens literally like every 120 seconds, or every 60 seconds. So, as long as you Cure 4 on Aether Shield casts, or on every raid wide, your Cure 4 buff should stay almost always up. Okay, everyone is across the purple line and everyone should have shell. I am putting 30 seconds on the clock. This is an enraged fight. Use food, use potions if you want to, use your actions. Tanks up front. Raid wide, Aether Shield. Be in front of the boss, in front of the boss, in front of the boss, be in front of the boss. Be away from the boss, be away from the boss, be away from the boss. Be behind the boss, be behind the boss, be behind the boss. Up first, we have bow phase. Tanks up front after this goes out. Tanks up front. We are going to get forced march away from the fire. The fires will be at either B or D. Check your forced march. We are marching away from the fire. We are marching towards B. March towards B. 2 squares towards B. 2 squares. Forced march is 2 squares. Do not sprint. You will sprint into a wall. Do not gap close out of the fire. Healers, pull them out. Rescue them out. Walk out. Check your temperature. Follow your arrow down. Aether Shield, raid wide. Be in front of the boss, in front of the boss, be in front of the boss. I put the boss in a very cursed location, be in front of the boss. Boss is going to disappear soon. Swords phase. No big cooldowns, the boss is disappearing. Check your temperature. Remember, you need to be 1 square away from the safe spot. The safe spot is 4. 1 square away. The safe spot is 4. If you're diagonal of 4, you are dead. Do not be diagonal of 4. The safe spot is 3. The safe spot is 3. 1 square away from 3. If you're diagonal, you are dead. 1 square away from 3. Raid wide, Aether Shield. Be away from the boss, away from the boss, be away from the boss. Uh-oh, my game is freezing. Someone please back me up.
I got you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I'll look at your quick march. You'll be quick march to the meteor of your choice. Look at your temperature. Visualize which meteor you need to be hit by. Mitigate. Face your forced march to which meteor you need to be hit by, resolving in 2, 1. I might die here. Damn, it'd be like that. Aether shields.
Aether Shield, raid wide. I am backed up for now.
Very cool.
Be behind the boss, be behind the boss, be behind the boss. There is no forced march this time, instead we are avoiding unseen eyes. And then we will sprint towards the side without fire. We are being left right of the boss, left right of the boss. We are sprinting towards D, pop sprint, and go towards D. If you die, healers rescue that you're already out. Check your temperature, check your brand, check your forced march. If you do not need to get hit by anything, there will be a blank spot in the arrows. That will be what you get hit by. Check your temperature, check your brand, check your forced march. Get forced marched now. Tanks up front! Tanks up front! Aether Shield, raid wide! Be in front of the boss! In front of the boss! Be in front of the boss! The boss is going to disappear soon. No big cooldowns. No big cooldowns. The boss is going to disappear soon. Check your temperature. Check your brand. You may need to get hit twice. Once again, diagonal of the safe spot means death. Safe spot is 3. The safe spot is 3. The safe spot is 2. The safe spot is 2. Do not use healer LB yet. Do not use healer LB yet. We are waiting for the raid wide. Aether Shield, raid wide, healer LB3 now. Healer LB3 now. Be away from the boss. Away from the boss. Be away from the boss. There is no forced march this time. Check your temperature. Check your brand. Make sure you know what you need to get hit by. You will walk to the meteor you need to get hit by. North-south black squares. North-south black squares. Aether Shield, raid wide. This is Enrage. Pump all of it out. Pump it all out. Everything you got. Kill the boss. Kill the boss. This is Enrage. You have anything, use it. .7%. I will be trying to enter again. If you need to leave now, that is fine, but I will try to enter again. If you're going to stay, press yes on this ready check. I will try and get reinforcements for whoever we are missing, but I am willing to enter again.
Thanks as always, everyone.
Yep. Thank you for coming.